Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm back again with another reaction video. Today we got The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 7. Super excited to dive into this one. Last week we had a killer episode yet again. We got the Boba Fett episode, my new favorite episode of this season. And I just cannot believe that they continue to blow my expectations right out of the water with this whole season. I mean, every episode has consistently gotten better and better from the beginning of this season right up until the point where you're at right now. I mean, the Ahsoka Tano episode, absolutely amazing. And then last week's episode came along, and that's just my favorite episode of the season. And it's probably my favorite episode of the entire series so far, because those last two episodes of season 1 were really, really good as well. But they just compete with this season. This season is absolutely phenomenal so far. I cannot believe how good Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau and the team over at Lucasfilm is doing with this show so far. But I'm super excited to hop into this episode. I'm really expecting to see a lot of cool stuff in this episode. Like I said, we haven't seen any footage of this episode in the trailers or anything like that, so I'm expecting a lot of cool stuff in this episode if they have stuff to hide. So without further ado, we're gonna hop into it. Before we do, I just want to say, if you guys are new, please hit that subscribe button, like button, turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of these new reaction highlights. My Patreon is completely busted right now, so I'm just gonna start memberships on the channel as soon as I possibly can. Give you guys links to Google Drives and stuff like that, and you guys will be able to access my full-length reactions through that. So without further ado, we're gonna hop into this. Super excited, so let's go. Oh, that's so cool. That's very cool. It's like the things that were on Trask whenever the Razor Crest fell in the water. IG? IG droid? No, it looked like an IG droid. The legs.
What?
Sweet. Still pretty crazy to see that thing back.
Where it is that you're taking
Never thought I'd see it again in
I
live
don't think that's
action,
so hard
honestly,
to ask,
before
do
this
you?
whole season. Oh, his armor looks all clean. Yeah, he cleaned it up. Oh, he got the blaster back too. No way. Fresh coat of paint. Dude, that's crazy. That's so cool. That was the kind of planet I was expecting to be have Ahsoka on it.
Refinery, this is Juggernaut 5, entering tunnel T12.
That's got to be a cameo. No way.
There is worth the price of admission.
Just make sure you take out the rooftop
That's
gunners,
funny.
or we're never getting out of here.
Dude, it's so weird seeing him in a tank trooper outfit.
Feels better when it's off.
Dude, he wants him to take it off so bad. Is he gonna be the one to convince him to take it off more
Just
often?
saying. We're all the same.
Oh, jeez.
Juggernaut 4 has been destroyed.
Oh, pirates. Huh. It's very strange for there to be Scarif troopers on that type of planet. I don't know, maybe it's a beachy planet on one side.
Vital scan incomplete. 10 seconds to system shutdown. 10, 9,
Cool.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Wait, how did it recognize his face? Doesn't it? I thought it had to be somebody that was in the... that was registered as an Imperial.
How about a toast to Operation Cinder?
Ah.
Now there's a man who knows his history.
It's still crazy that we're seeing him without his helmet.
What you getting at, trooper? To the Empire.
Oh! I didn't expect that. Dude, it's so cool to see him with the fresh armor. For a second there, I didn't think he was gonna make it.
Hand me that cyclo rifle.
Oh, yeah! Dude, that's awesome.
Stuff off the chest.
Dude, I want him to stick around now. Oh, what's going on with him?
You have something I want.
Oh.
You may think you have some idea what you are in possession of. He means more to me than you will ever know.
Oh, cool. Alright, guys, well, that's going to do it for Season 2, Episode 7. What did I think? I honestly thought it was a pretty cool episode. I mean, I can already tell that a lot of people are going to be unhappy with this episode, but I just am eating everything up Star Wars right now. I'm still so excited about all the exciting announcements that they made today out of Disney Investors Day. If you're watching this a little bit along from now, they just had Disney's Investor Day. They announced all the new stuff coming, like the Rogue Squadron movie, Acolyte, Bad Batch, Kenobi, Cassian Andor. They announced all that stuff today, so I'm so super excited for that, all that. So I think I'm on a little bit of a Star Wars high right now. So I think it's just my excitement getting to me. But this was definitely a filler episode. I guess you could say it was a quest to get to the main attraction, which is going to be next week's finale. And I cannot believe the finale is next week already. It feels like it was just yesterday that we started this show, or started this season on October 30th. I mean, with the Boba Fett reveal at the end of that episode, and then we went on to Bo-Katan, and then Ahsoka, and then now we're here. And I really don't know what's going to happen next week. I couldn't tell you even if I tried. I mean, I heard a lot of rumors about this episode, and none of them actually turned out to be true. I have I guess you could say reliable source. He's not just my source, he's just a source on Reddit that has been right about a lot of stuff. He was 100% correct about the Ahsoka episode. He had a full description of the Ahsoka episode. I don't think it originated from him, but he had the full description, what I read, what I reported through the channel. So you guys can go check out that video. It was 100% correct on the leaks for the Ahsoka episode. But he was right about last week's episode too, Boba Fett and Fennec Shand showing up on Tython, and he also did say that was going to be the Tython episode. So I think it was a little bit weird that he missed this week's episode. Maybe they were throwing some stuff around because they were catching on to this guy's leaks, but he reported that Cad Bane was going to be at the prison that Mayfeld was at. You would see him in the background, and then he would like turn around slowly, and then he was going to show up in the finale. And then he also said that we were going to see Captain Rex sometime in this episode. But that's honestly sounds like it would have taken a completely different turn. This episode probably would have been completely different if we saw those two characters. I mean, they can't just tease Cad Bane in a little quick instance in the middle of this episode. I mean, I could get it if it was the end, but I'm very confused on that. Usually he was very right. I know I said I was going to stay away from leaks, but I just couldn't help myself. But this episode, I really liked it. It was one of those filler episodes. I guess you could say it was a quest to get to the main attraction, like I said. And I honestly kind of like those episodes. I mean, besides episode 2, I mean, which I've warmed up to greatly. I mean, I've come to appreciate it more. I don't want to say I hate any of these episodes, because I definitely do not. There's probably just two or three right now that are just the big side quests. Those being 2, 4, and now 7. I think that 1, 3, 5, and 6 have all been phenomenal episodes that really contribute to the story, and then the other ones have just been filler type episodes, I guess you could say, but they're just quests to get to the next mission in the story, I guess you could say. But I like those kind of episodes. I mean, I liked episode 4, not so much episode 2, but it has warmed up to me, like I said. But I really do like those kind of episodes. I mean, it just gives you some fun action like that. Like whenever they were on top of the tank, I thought that Mando was gonna get his helmet knocked off, and which of course he did take his helmet off this episode. That is something really big that I wasn't expecting to see in this episode. So I was super surprised to see him take off his helmet. Heard a lot of crazy rumors about Pedro Pascal drama on set of this season. It probably took place, if it was true at all, after the shooting of this episode. They probably shot this episode maybe earlier on in the season, because I heard that this was pretty early or midway through production. But the source on this is pretty unreliable. I hate to say that, but she's very unreliable at sometimes. I mean, she's been right on a lot of stuff. I'm sure she has very reliable sources, but this source probably is exaggerating a little bit. I don't think that he walked off set. I think there was a disagreement though. But I think her source greatly exaggerated that. You guys know who I'm talking about. If you do, you know. But I really like this episode. I really like seeing Mayfeld back. I love Bill Burr. Bill Burr is one of the funniest comedians of our time. Boba Fett's armor being repainted, I thought that was pretty cool. There was one shot where I was really confused because it showed him hopping off the Slave One in the beginning whenever they were on that junk planet or wherever that was, the prison planet. And you could see his backpack was painted with a fresh coat of paint. And then in the Slave One, the very next scene, you could see the jetpack laying in the background. And Boba was walking around without it, but you could see that it wasn't painted. So I think that's just a little bit of a mistake there that I noticed. I noticed that right away, and normally I don't pick up on mistakes. But I was just looking around the Slave One because that was the first time we had seen like the interior, at least that part of the interior ever. So I was just admiring the insides. But this episode in general, dude, it was just really, really good. I could talk forever about these episodes. I mean, stuff that could happen, stuff that you missed, stuff that I missed. But I'm gonna leave it there. I have a lot of editing to do. A lot of trailers came out today. I gotta go back to the stream, get all of the reactions from the Star Wars live stream from the Investors Day. I gotta edit all of that, put all of my MCU reactions for WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, What If, and Loki trailer reactions. They're all up on my channel now if you guys are interested in seeing that. But without further ado, I'm gonna end it there, and I will see you guys next time.